গৌরয় আমার যেসব স্থানে করিল ভ্রমণ রঙ্গে, সেসব স্থান হেরিব আমি প্রণয় ভকত সঙ্গে। সেসব স্থান হেরিব আমি।
Welcome to the virtual parikrama of Navadvip Dham.
Welcome to the
欢迎
virtual
大家来
parikrama
参加
of
Navadvip
Navadvip
Dham
Today,
网络的 Parikrama
we're
网络绕
visiting
拜。
Madhya
Today we are
今
visiting
天我们要
Madhudip.
拜访的是 Madhyadweep。
Madhya is the island of remembrance.
Madhudip is the island of
Madhyadweep 是
remembrance,
印尼的岛屿。
Smarana.
And here is a Lukta Tirtha where Lord Chaitanya instructed the southern rishis.
And here is a Lukta Tirtha where Lord Chaitanya
在这里
instructed
有
the
一个
seven
有一个
rishis.
圣地，那就是在他们见到了7位圣人，
Pusar Tirtha.
Beyond that is the Pushkar Tirtha.
而且在这个附近还有普什
Not
基
different
的，
from Pusar.
That is not different from Pushkar.
这个跟普什没有任何的区别。
Yeah. Pusar Tirtha, the only temple of Lord Brahma, which is allowed.
In Rajasthan, that is the only temple of Lord Brahma which was allowed.
在拉贾斯坦邦有一座唯一的一座崇拜主 Brahma 的庙。
Uchahata.
Beyond that, there is Uchahata.
在那之后是萨哈塔，
Kurukshetra.
That's not different from Kurukshetra.
那
Now
里
all
没
the
有
devas
任何的区别。
gathered together and chanted Hare Krishna with their hands upraised.
There, all the devas gathered together and
所有的
chanted
devas
Hare
半神
Krishna
人
with
们
their
聚集在
hands
一起，高
upraised.
举双
Ribo.
臂，唱诵着。
On Uchahata.
That's known as Uchahata.
那个地方就叫乌扎哈
Not
塔，
different from Naimisharanya.
That's not different from Naimisharanya.
Between
这个
the
跟
two
南米舍然也
rivers.
没有任何的区别。
Then we go to the Hansavan temple.
Then we go to the
然后我们去
Hansavahan
哈姆
temple.
萨瓦罕的
This
庙，
temple, the deity of Swan with Lord Shiva on the back.
In this temple,
在
there's a
这
deity
座庙
of
里
Lord Shiva sitting on swan.
有一尊神像，
The swan is
坐在天鹅的背上，
Lord Brahma's carrier,
And swan is Lord Brahma's carrier.
and
天鹅
Shiva
是主 Brahma 的坐骑。
wanted to hear the lectures by Sukadeva Goswami on Lord Chaitanya.
Shiva wanted to hear the lectures by Sukadev
主希望
Goswami
想
on
聆
Lord
听
Chaitanya.
舒克德乌沟斯瓦米跟主柴坦涅的讲课，
He felt his Nanda bull was going too slow.
But he felt that
但
his
是他感觉到自己
carrier,
的
Nanda
坐
bull,
骑
is going too
Nanda
slow.
So he asked
游
Lord
太慢
Brahma
了，
if he would borrow his hump.
So he asked Lord Brahma if he could borrow his Hamsa.
因此他问
Swan
Brahma 能不能借他的天鹅
Lord
仪
Brahma agreed,
So Brahma agreed.
and then
，Brahma 同意了。
Lord Shiva came down to Naimisharanya on the swan.
So Lord Shiva came down to Naimisharanya on a swan.
坐着天鹅来到了南米舍人家，
Thinking it was Lord Brahma.
Everybody stood up thinking it was Lord Brahma.
每一个人
Then they
站
were
了起来，因
surprised to
为他们
see
觉得是主 Brahma 来了。
that in fact it was Lord Shiva.
Then they were surprised to see, in fact, he was Lord Shiva.
他们非常的惊讶，看到事实
Lord
上原来
Shiva
是
was
主
so
希瓦。
eager to hear the glory of Bhagavat.
Lord Shiva was so eager to hear the glories of Bhagavat,
主希瓦非常迫切的想聆听勾勒
To
巴格
hear
瓦，
the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya.
to hear the pastimes of
就是
Lord
聆听主
Chaitanya.
柴坦涅
And
的
he
消
came
息
down on
光。
the swan carrier of Lord Brahma.
That he came down to the by the swan
所以
carrier of
他
Lord
就
Brahma.
坐着，就 Brahma 就坐骑天鹅来了。
is existing near the Gomati River.
And Naimisharanya is in Mayapur, existing near the Gomati river.
在
All the holy dams are
还有马
existing
普
in
有
Mayapur.
All the holy dams are existing in Mayapur.
所有的圣地，其实全都临在于
Some
马
are
普。
still hidden.
Some have been revealed and some are still hidden.
有一些得到了揭示，有一些仍然还
To
在
the
隐藏之中。
Hansavahan temple some years ago.
I came to the Hamsavahan temple some years ago.
一些年之前，我
And
来
the
到了哈姆
coming
萨瓦罕的
are
庙，
blessed with many clay pots of Ganges water.
And we were coming in the bus with many pots of clay pots of Ganges water.
我们坐着车，我
And
们带了很多
what
罐
the
儿，
water is filled
就是泥罐子
on
恒
the
河
way
水。
to the Hansavahan temple.
But the water spilled on the way to the Hansavahan temple.
但是在去哈姆萨瓦罕的路上，水洒
And
出
we
来
went to
了。
Pushkar Tirtha and took some water from Pushkar and brought it to the Hansavahan.
So we went down to the Pushkar
然后我
Tirtha
们
and
到
brought
了
some
普什
water
克
from the
提尔塔，
Pushkar Tirtha
我们取了
to
一
the
些普什克
Hansavahan.
提尔塔的水，到了哈姆萨瓦罕。
Many people lined up to see Lord Shiva.
So there were many people lined up to see Lord Shiva.
很多的人排着队去见主
The
希王。
system was that they would put a particular kind of flower on the back of a Hamsa.
So the system was they would put a particular kind of
他们要把
flower
一
on
种
the
特
back
定的
of
花
Hamsa.
放在
Then
哈姆萨的后
people
面，
would make their prayer, and Lord Shiva would give their prayer, benediction,
And
the flower would pop up by all.
and then people would make a prayer,
然后人们
and
会
Lord
祈
Shiva
祷许
would
愿
give。the benediction, and the flower
主
would
希
puff
望如
up
果
and
给这
fall
个人
back.
祝福的话，这个花一下子砰的一下
The
就开
Lord
了。
Shiva was not favorable to them, or, fall off.
But if Lord Shiva was not favorable to them, the flower would just fall off.
如果主希望不喜欢他们，对他们仁慈的话，这花就会掉下来。
And I was praying that I could be successful in the kirtan and preaching.
So they told us that we were doing kirtan, and I prayed
因为当时我们在
that
做
we
kirtan，
would be
我就祈
successful in
祷
preaching.
我们的传播可以取得成功。
He said, don't do kirtan.
But the pujari said,
普
don't do
扎里
kirtan.
出来了之后说不许做 kirtan，
And after that, Lord Shiva was not giving any blessings.
After that, Lord Shiva
在
was
这之
not
后
giving
主
any
希望没
blessings.
有
And
给
the
任
Pujari
何
came
的
on,
祝
okay,
福。
fine.
Then the pujari came out and he said, okay, come in.
然后这个普扎里出来了说好吧好吧，你
Water and
们
milk
做
to
吧。
Lord Shiva.
Then we offered our water, milk to Lord Shiva,
然后我们给主希望供奉水，
and the flower started puffing up.
花朵开
Then
始
the
再
Pujari
次
very
的
happy.
开起来。
Then the pujari was very happy and he was saying it's very good.
普扎里非常的高兴，他说这很好。
Bank of the Ganges.
Then by the bank of the Ganges,
接着在恒河的旁
Anciently
边，
there were 5 rivers that meet together there.
anciently there were 5
在
rivers
古代曾
that
经
would
有
meet
5条
together
河
there.
汇流在
That's
那里
called，Panchaveni.
That's called
那个地
Panchaveni.
方叫潘恰维
So
尼。
there, even the Devas, they come from Sargaloka.
So there, even the devas come from Swargalok.
They in the holy
我们会从
confluence,
12个
They
路
would
口来
bathe，in the holy confluence
他们在神圣的汇流处沐浴。
5 rivers.
of the 5
这
rivers.
是5条圣河汇
Hare
流的地
Krishna.
方。
I hope you have a very happy time today
I hope you have very happy
希
time
望今
today
天大家非常的
on
高兴
Parikrama.
参加
Now
巴日
in
拉玛。
another island called
我们现在到了另外一个岛，
Madhya
叫马迪亚堆
And
巴。
who is the devotee who perfected his life in this?
有很多父亲
Prahlad
在
Maharaj, the great devotee.
这个
And by what time Prahlad Maharaj is described as Bhagwan. So what is the bhakti of Prahlad Maharaj?
普拉德玛哈
The
这个
bhakti of
巴
Prahlad
提
Maharaj, he is such a fortunate
普拉德玛哈
person
这个巴提
that
非
right
常
in
的
the
幸
womb
运。
of his mother
当他还在母
his
亲
spiritual
子宫之中
master
的时候，
started training him right in the womb.
他就
When
得到
Prahlad
特殊的
came
训
out,
练。
he is already a
这样
perfected
Prahlad
devotee. fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness. And his devotional service, Krishna consciousness was so that it is unshakable.
他的奉献服务
So
是不可
unshakable
动
that his
摇的。
devotion tormented Hiranyakasipu, who is
即
tormenting the
使
whole
当
world.
别人
A
发现
small
你
boy,
在折
very
磨
happy
他的
to
时候，
have
折磨这个
this
无知的孩子
opportunity
的时候，
to
他的
share
奉献
this
服务中没有丝毫的动摇。
pastime with all of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome back to Navadip Dham Parikrama. Today we have joining us His Holiness Bhakti Vigvanashan and Singha Maharaj, a very senior devotee in our movement, Paribrajak Acharya Sannasi, disciple of Srila Prabhupada. We're very fortunate to have Maharaj with us today. And so today we're off to the island of Madhyadeep. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We've arrived in Madhyadeep, and our first place of visiting is the holy Pushkar Tirtha. Let's take some water from Pushkar Tirtha on our heads, Maharaj, and then Maharaj will tell us a little bit about what happened in this place. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Maharaj, can you tell us what happened at Pushkar Tirtha during the Satya Yuga?
Yeah, Satya Yuga happened in Satya Yuga long ago. So there was a humble Brahmana visiting holy places, and in his travels, his intention actually was to go to Pushkar over in Rajasthan.
What's that? That's the Pushkar is that's the Tirtha Stan to...
That's traditionally Brahma is worshipped there.
The only place is worshipped, is it?
That's right. There's a leela about that, how Brahma
关于这方面
had
有
a
一
problem,
些
you know, keeping his wife happy. That he was doing the yagya, they were having a
他
yagya,
在做
and
yagya， 他要做
they were
火
waiting
祭，
for his wife. And the
他在等着
auspicious
他
time
的
was
妻子，
coming
而且呢有一个特定的
for
时
the
刻
yagya, and his
要
wife had
开
not
始
come.
这个
And she,
yagya， 可是他的妻子
Saraswati
没有
said,
来
I'm coming,
然后
I'm
呢，他的
coming.
妻子就说，Saraswati 说，我来了，我来了，我就来，还不来。
You're married, you know about it.
结过婚你怎么
So,
知道？
Brahma's waiting. The Brahmins are
Brahma
saying,
呢，
"Where's your wife?
这个
Where's your wife? You can't do
在
the
等
yagya
待
without
说
the
你的
wife."
妻子在哪？你妻子怎么还不来？如果没有
So
妻子，
then
没
they
有办法去做
Now's
这
the
个
time. You got
yagya。
to do it now.
现在已
Where's
经
your
到
wife?
时间了，
She's
赶快
not
做
come. So
你的
he
妻子
said,
在
"Look,
哪？
take this girl.
然后
She
他们
can
说
be your
你要不
wife."
然接
So
受这个姑娘
there's
吧，
another
她可以
woman
成
there,
为你的
Gayatri, and so
妻
she
子，
became the
是
wife
另外的一个
of
女人
Brahma. She
Gayatri。
sat there with Brahma.
她就坐在那儿
And
跟
they did the
布拉玛一
yagya.
起，他们
After
在
the
做
yagya is over,
yagya。
then
等
Saraswati
到
comes,
yagya 结
the
束了
wife comes, the
，Saraswati
first
来了，
wife
她的
comes,
第一个妻
and
子
she
来
says,
了。
"What? You
然后说怎
couldn't
么回
wait for
事？
me?"
你难道不能
So
等等
that
我
was
吗？
it. Curse!
就这样，
I
诅
curse
咒
you, you know.
我诅咒你，
Hell has no fury like the wrath of a woman, you know.
再也没有愤怒能比得
So
上一
she
个
gave
女
a
人的
curse.
愤怒了。
She told him,
他就告诉
"You will
他，
only be worshipped in this Pushkar."
你只能在
So
Pushkar 得到
Pushkar, that's
崇
the
拜。
people who want to worship Brahma
所以
traditionally
呢，
should go
在
there
传
to
统上，人
Pushkar.
们如果要是想
So
去
how
崇
did
拜 Brahma 的话，
Pushkar
他就会去
Tirtha appear
Pushkar。
here in Navadip Dham?
那
Well,
是在
it's
拿
not
对
that
藏的那
Pushkar
个
Tirtha
Pushkar，
appeared here, that this
不是
is the
说
original
Pushkar 显
Pushkar.
现在这里，而是说这
Right?
里才是最
Navadvip
原本的
Dham
Pushkar。
is the holy
Navadvip
place.
Dham
It's a
是
holy
圣地，
Dham. It's the
是
Dham.
神圣的
And
堂，
Pushkar's
是一个
always
Dham，而
here.
Pushkar
And
总
so
在这
that
里。
Pushkar over
所
there
以
in
说，在
Rajasthan,
拉贾斯坦
that
邦的
is
那个 Pushkar，
like the expansion from this
其
one
实就好
Pushkar.
比是这个
The
原本的
original Pushkar is
Pushkar
here in
的
Navadvip
扩展。
Dham.
最原本的
And
Pushkar
this
在 Navadvip
Brahmana who's
Dham，
traveling in
而
the Satya Yuga, he
他
came
在
here to
Satya
Navadvip.
Yuga，他在旅行到了这
Dividas,
里，
that's right. And he had a dream.
然后
And in
他
the
做了
dream,
一个梦，
the dream, he was told by
在梦
an
里。
effulgent
一
personality,
个
look,
辉煌
just
灿烂
stay
的
here
人告
in
诉他
Navadvip
说：“你
Dham.
就住在这
Here
儿，
in
住
the
在
Navadvip
Navadvip
Dham, you get
Dham，
all
在
wealth."
Navadvip Dham 你可以得到所有的
He's a
财
single
富。
man, no money, you know, just traveling around
他就是
anywhere.
一个
So
人在旅
what
行
kind
也
of
没有
wealth he
钱，
get,
然后
you
他
know,
想
he
能得
didn't
到什
really
么
know,
财
but
富啊，他也不知
certainly
道。
it was attractive, and he liked Navadvip Dam, the beauty of the dam, the trees, nature, the lake. You know, it was very satisfying. He felt very comfortable, very peaceful here. So why not? I'll just stay here. So he stayed here a long time, and he got old. All of us, you know, we get old, right? We get old, and then can hardly walk. And then what happened was he had a dream.
He was still thinking about Pushkar in Rajasthan.
Right. His mind was still there, thinking that, you know, when I was young, I never completed my parikrama. I never got over there to Rajasthan, to Pushkar. So at that time, Tirtharaj Pushkar appears to him. And Tirtharaj tells him that you don't have to worry, you take your bath here, in this lake, this Pushkar lake here, you take your bath here, and you get 1,000 times the benefit of taking bath there in Rajasthan. One bath here is equal to 1,000 baths over there, so you'd have to be a really stupid fellow not to take advantage of this place.
Or to leave Navadvip.
Yeah, if you leave Navadvip, then you're really a fool. He was told also that in the Kali Yuga, the Lord will come in this place and he will perform Sankirtan. Because in the Kali Yuga, the Yuga Dharma is the Sankirtan. And the Supreme Lord himself will come from Goloka. And he will come here in this Navadvip Dham and he will go everywhere and perform Sankirtan. And at that time, you will also take part and you can take part in his Sankirtan movement.
The people in general, they don't know the glories of Navadvip Dham. They don't know that all the truth is present here in Navadvip Dham. What can we do about that?
Well, we have to popularize the parikrama. The more the parikrama goes out, the people come out on the parikrama, the more people will understand there's some very special holy places in this dham. This is not just a tirtha, this is the dham. The Lord resides here eternally. So people should take advantage of the holy dham. We have to show the example. People coming from all over the world taking part in the parikrama every year. It's a great shock to the village people to see so many people, so many different nationalities, different countries, different kinds of people, all coming out of parikrama, young and old, women and children. They're all out there on the parikrama. What is so special here? They're living here. Sometimes they don't see the glory of the holy dham. So we have to preach. We have to teach by example, by doing the parikrama ourselves, and also preach. The Namhata preaching is going on very nicely everywhere, telling people, bringing people to the holy dham. So more and more, gradually, people are beginning to know. It takes some time.
Shri Navadvip Dham Parikrama ki Jai. Hare Krishna. We've come to the forests of Naimisharanya here in Madhya, and we'll discuss that shortly. But first of all, Maharaj, how did this island get the name Madhya?
Yes, that's a nice pastime. In the Satya Yuga, the 7 sages, what we call the Saptarishis, sons of Brahma, they greatly pleased their father. And their father wanted to give them the greatest gift he could give them. He told them how in the Kali Yuga, the Lord is going to incarnate in this Navadvip Dham. And he told them that if you go there to Navadvip, you can meditate there in Navadvip, meditate on the appearance of Lord Gauranga. So the Saptarishis, they came here to this place,
Madhya,
this island, this Madhyadvip, and they were doing their meditating on the form of the Lord, and it happened that the Panchatattva all appeared. Lord Chaitanya, along with his associates, they came, and they appeared just at the midday. So that's how it got the name Madhyadvip. And when the Lord appeared, you know, of course, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very attractive. He had a beautiful Malika flower garland around his neck, and his dhotis folded in 3 places. His sandalwood paste is on his forehead. His body is effulgent like thousands of moons, suns, why moon, suns, yeah? Brilliant effulgent. So they had kirtan with the Saptarishis. They enjoyed the chanting of the holy name. So this, from that time, this area became known as Madhyadvip. The Lord appeared at the midday.
So here in Madhyadvip, we're in the forest of Naimisharanya, and Sutta Goswami and the sages headed by Shonak Rishi were also assembled here, hearing Gaur Bhagavat. Could you explain that a little bit for us?
Yeah, well, you come to this holy place. This is the place connected with Lord Gauranga. So you come into the Navadvip Dham. You want to hear about Lord Gauranga. We want to hear about the pastimes which took place here, how the Lord was traveling around here with his different devotees and performing Sankirtan. And the Lord is still here. The Lord resides here eternally, and his Sankirtan is going on eternally. The great Acharyas, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, he could go out at night, he would see the Sankirtan party, he would meet with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the Dham, the Sankirtan is going on here eternally. Very difficult to know Krishna from the Vedas. But from the devotees, when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam spoken by the devotees, then we can hear the glories of the Lord. So Gaura Bhagavat was spoken here by Sutta Goswami. He's describing the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his most merciful form. How he's giving everybody truth of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At this place, Naimisharanya, this is where Gaura Bhagavat spoke.
We hear that Mahadev, the greatest of the devotees, was attracted, he was in Kailash and he was attracted to hearing the Gaur Bhagavat, the Gaur Katha here in Naimisharanya. And what happened? What happened?
Oh yes, this is, of course we have to see the temple there, is the beautiful temple there of Hamsavahan. Lord Shiva's eager. He has that eagerness to hear, this very important quality in wanting to progress in Krishna consciousness. That we have to have that utsahan, that enthusiasm, the eagerness to hear the pastimes of the Lord. So Lord Shiva was eager to hear the pastimes. He wanted to hear Gorakatha, but Lord Shiva's carrier is Nandi, Nandi the bull. So you go on the bull, we see if you're stuck behind a bull on the road sometimes, you know, you have to be very patient because the bull's not going to go too fast.
In India?
Yeah. So Lord Shiva also was on Nandi. He was eager to hear. So he happened to be near Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma kindly said, look, you can take my swan. I can't come just now, I have other things to do. You go on my swan, you can go there quickly. My swan will carry you there, you can hear the Gorakatha. Then you come back, you tell me everything you heard. So this is the enthusiasm of Lord Shiva, his eagerness to hear.
Maharaj, Nityananda Prabhu was describing to Jiva Goswami that the associates of Lord Shiva, the ghosts and the hobgoblins, they were overwhelmed with the hearing of the Gaur Bhagavat. Could you describe a little bit what happened?
Yeah, when they saw Lord Shiva, so much enthusiasm and so eager to hear the Gorakatha, they also became enthused, and they also began to chant the holy name of Gauranga. And they were chanting, they were having kirtan, you know, very unusual ghosts, you know, the ghosts are also chanting the holy name, and they're relishing the nectar of Gauranga. The holy name of Lord Chaitanya can appear even on the tongue of the ghost.
So when Lord Nityananda explained that, what was the response of Jiva Goswami?
Jiva Goswami, hearing all that, he was overwhelmed and he rolled on the ground. We often do that when we come on the Dham, right? We just fall on the ground, roll in the dust, you know. Jaipataka Maharaj used to always do it with us when we would come out on parikrama, especially usually like Surabhi Kunj, when we go to Surabhi Kunj, because there was no temple there originally. Recently they built that big temple there, and he would get it, you know, we'd go and roll in the dust. It's a part of parikrama, to take the dust of the Dham and put it, smear it on her body, take the dust on her head, because that dust of the Dham, that has so many, it has all the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, the Panchatattva, so many great devotees have all walked on the Dham, so the atoms from their lotus feet is there. So very important to get the dust of the Dham and the special worship which they have. The local people, they have this type of flower, which when you open it, it will pop, make a sound, right? And when it pops, it means your wish is granted. So all the local people, when they come for darshan, they offer this flower, and if it pops, then they feel very happy. So it happened that one time all the devotees were coming, they were all there for all the ISKCON devotees had come. There's a big crowd of people there. They were all lined up, and everyone was getting a flower, but it wasn't popping. There was no sound. So people were worried. Nobody was getting their wish. But then it happened that Jaipataka Swami Maharaj came, and he took one flower, and when he threw it, it popped. And everybody was, so happy. They were so pleased.
So what was Maharaj's wish?
Maharaja's wish, well, he said he was asking Lord Shiva, is ISKCON going in the right direction? So that was granted by Lord Shiva. What was his actual wish? That he did not reveal.
So from this pastime, Maharaj, we can learn about the importance of hearing and being eager to hear and going out of our way to seek association of the Vaishnavas and hear Bhagavad Katha, Gaur Katha in the association of Vaishnavas. Maharaj, we see that you are a very enthusiastic participant in the Navadip Mandal Parikrama. We see every year you're coming and you're doing the entire Parikrama, you're staying out with the devotees and camping out every night. How does that help you in your traveling and preaching service?
Well, I think it's a very important part of my year to come in the holy Dham and to go out on parikrama and visit these different holy places, because it gives me a lot of, it fills me with a lot of nectar. I have a lot of nectar from these different pilgrimages, coming, seeing the holy Dham, and hearing the pastimes, and being in the association of all the devotees. You say difficulties, I don't think there's so many difficulties. I think it's all pleasure. It's all nectar. Being in the holy Dham is a place of mercy, especially nowadays. In the beginning, you know, we came out on the parikrama, we were about 80 people, and the GBC all came out, and they all had their tents, and they were camping with us and everything. You know, Tamal Krishna Goswami and Shivaram Swami and everyone, they were all out with us, and they all stayed out every night. And we had no camp. We didn't have any of our own camps, and we would take bath in the pakors, the local pakors, you know. We'd go in there, take bath there. It was very interesting. Nowadays, you know, we have our own camp every night. We've purchased land and we've arranged our own camping places. Very nice, wonderful facilities. You know. Lokanath Swami says, he said, just like you have 5-star hotel when you come on parikrama, you have many stars.
你parikrama 的时候有很多很多星
The
星，
sky is full of
这
stars.
种住所，因为
Better
天
than
上
5-star
全都
hotel,
是
many
星星，
stars.
比5星级的星星还
So
大。
very, very
很多很多
nice
星星，
association,
非常非常
different
好的
devotees
跟父
coming,
献者
giving
们的联
classes.
谊，有很多的奉献者
Every
来，
night we
还
have
有
full
讲课。
program, we have
然后我们
questions
有
and
整个一
answers,
天
then
的
we have
节目，还有
kirtan,
提问
then
回
we have
答，
an
有
evening
开，
lecture.
然后
One
还有晚
very
上
senior
的这个讲
sannyasi
课，
will
非
come
常
over
资
and
深的
give a
散家
class.
系会来给我们讲课。
And the whole day is spent
而整
hearing
天
and
都花
chanting.
在了聆
And
听
the
和
result
唱
of
诵
doing
上，
more
而这
hearing
样
and
做的结
chanting
果就是
is
你
it
的唱
becomes
诵和
easier
聆
to
听太多，
remember.
那么你
And
就
this
会
is the
容易
mood on
记
this
忆
island,
念。那么
Mojam
这
Dweep,
对于这
right?
个岛特
Mojam
别
Dweep.
的适合
This
和
is
马迭
the
对，
place of
这地方是
remembering.
意念的地方。
We want to remember.
我们
So
想意
we
念。
take part in these activities.
我
We
们
have
要
it
参与
makes
这
it
些
so much
活动，
easier for us
那么
to
这个就
remember
会让我们
Krishna.
很容易
You
的
think
去意
about your
念
pastime.
Krishna。
Oh, I was in
我
that.
们
We
想着
went
这
to
些
that
消失
place.
光
So
哦，我们
we
去
went
那
to
个
see
地方，我们去看
Hamsavahan.
了
We saw
哈姆萨巴汗，
Puskar. We
我们
took the
看了
water on our
我
head.
们在头
Maybe even you
上
took
取
a
了一些
bath.
水。
Some
可能我
when
们
we
因
go
着
to
沐浴，然
Panchaveni,
后我们
you
去
could
潘
take
彻
bath
威
there in
里，
the
我们在那个
Bhagirati.
地方，在巴格拉
So
提
many
里
things
沐
to
浴，
remember.
有很多
This
的
makes
这种美好的回忆。
this is the bliss of
所
Krishna
以这就是
consciousness. It
Krishna
makes it
知
so
觉的
easy
喜
for
悦。
us to remember
对于我们来
Krishna.
讲，记住 Krishna
If
是
you
很
don't
容易
hear
的
and
一件事
chant,
情。
then
如
very
果
difficult to remember
你不去
Krishna.
聆听和唱
But
诵
the
的话，
more we
那
do
很
this
难去
hearing
意
and
念
chanting,
Krishna。
and the
但
more
是越来越多的去
natural it
聆听和
is
唱
to
诵的
hear
话
and，chant when
就
we're out
是
here
很
on
自然的。
parikrama in the
我们
holy
在 parikrama
places,
的时候，在
seeing the
圣地去聆
places
听和
where
唱诵，
all these different
所
pastimes
以
took
聆听
place.
所有发生的逍
You
遥
know,
时光，
it's so wonderful.
简直太奇妙了。
Everyone
每
should
一个
come on
人都
parikrama.
应该来参加 parikrama。
Shri Navadip Dham Parikrama ki jai. Hare Krishna. Maharaj in Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Navadip Bhava Taranga, he describes when he's here in Naimisharanya, he has a prayer, he's praying. Could you share with us what he
你
prays?
能不能给我们分享一下他祈祷的
Yes,
是什么？
Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is the acharya in our
我
line.
们的
He's teaching us how to pray, what we should pray for when we come in these holy places. So this place, Naimisharanya, we know
这个圣地
that
南米沙然雅，
when the sages gathered here, it was the beginning of the Kali Yuga. They came to do sacrifice. There was 88,000 sages all coming
祭祀的时候呢，
to perform sacrifice to try to counteract the effects of the
做
age
祭
of
祀
Kali.
想要抵消卡利
So
的
Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he prays also here in this Naimisharanya and Mojam Dweep. He prays that the sages will take his hand
他在
and
祈
they will
祷，
allow him to take the dust from their feet,
可以允许
and
他
he
接
can
受
take
奉献
that
者们
dust
结
from
下
their
的
feet,
莲花足，
take it
就
on
是
his
莲
head.
花足下的这个尘土放在
He
他头上，
prays that
他还在
he
祈
will
祷。
also hear the glories of Lord Gauranga in this holy place.
就在这个神圣的
This holy place, Naimisharanya, the sages go there, they come here to this place to hear. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also prays, let my mind be absorbed in hearing. I want to hear the topics of Lord
我想
Gauranga,
聆听关
just
于
as these
口
sages
的
are hearing constantly. And they're residing here eternally.
而且呢，
So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying that he can also hear what they're
能够一
what
直
they're
去在这儿
relishing. He wants to hear the
聆听
topics
他
of
们那
Lord
些圣人
Gauranga.
们所
See,
讲
what's
的
the
关于格朗格的
appropriate
教育
attitude for a visitor to Navadip Dham, a pilgrim coming to Navadip Dham? What's the ideal attitude we should have when we're approaching Navadip Dham?
我们应该以什么样的理想的态度
Well,
来去拿这个
visiting Navadvip Dham, we want to have the association of devotees who can reveal the Dham to us. We want to have the mode
我们
of
想有这
submission.
种臣服的态度。
Just like performing devotional service, what should be our mood in any kind of devotional service? So it begins with amanidvam adamvidvam, humility, pridelessness. That's very important primary qualification. Coming in the holy Dham, we want to be very respectful to the inhabitants of the Dham and to have the association of devotees who can guide us properly and reveal to us the different pastimes which take place here. These pastimes, of course, are described in Navadvip Dham Mahatmya. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes how Lord Nityananda brought Jiva Goswami on parikrama. So we want to have the mood to enter into the holy Dham, that we're entering into a very special world, a place which is very different from anywhere else on the map. Prabhupada used to say, you don't go to Vrindavan just by buying a ticket. And similarly, you don't enter into this holy Dham of Navadvip simply by purchasing the ticket, just simply by coming on the plane or the train or whatever means you come. We have to really open our hearts and our consciousness, and we want to really enter into the holy Dham, into the mood of Lord Chaitanya, and understand his pastimes and how the Lord so mercifully appeared in this Kali Yuga to perform the Sankirtan Lila.
Been residing in Mayapur quite an extensive period of time this year under the circumstances. Can you share with us some realizations you've had of your residence in Mayapur?
Well, I've been residing here because of the lockdown. Of course, I've been staying longer than I usually stay here. We're appreciating more the different seasons which are here in Mayapur. Usually I would only come in the winter time, so this year I've had much more experience of the various seasons which come. You know, the very intense summer season, very hot and humid, and then the rainy season, and like that. I think every couple of months there's a change in the seasons. So I'm experiencing some of the different moods which are there in the different seasons, how people, how the devotees' moods can change, the people's mood varies with the time of the year. So it helps me to have greater appreciation for the holy Dham and seeing the Dham in different conditions, to see the farmers planting and plowing, planting, then seeing them harvesting, all the different activities going on. But particularly seeing also Lord Chaitanya, seeing the deities, the Panchatattva, Radha Madhava Astasaki, and being in the association of devotees, that it's the very best place to discuss topics of Krishna. Having Bhagavatam class every day regularly with the devotees and going into the purports. It's a very nice experience with very senior devotees. You know, you don't usually get that opportunity anywhere else. It's very rare. Usually you're just alone with a lot of new devotees. But coming here in Mayapur, so many nice senior devotees, and it's wonderful to have their association and to hear Bhagavad classes from them. So many benefits of being in the holy Dham. So I'm so fortunate that I could be here during this lockdown.
We're fortunate to have you guide us to the island of Madhyadeep. Shall we go and take darshan of Hanshabahan now?
Yes. Let's have the enthusiasm of Lord Shiva, right? Let's have his utsahan. Get our swans ready. Let's go on a swan. Go quick. Self-manifested deity.
Previously we hear that Hanshabahan was kept in Gomati River, and now it's kept in the temple. He's kept in the temple all the time.
Initially, temple was kept in, the deity was in Gomati River, was taken out once a year. So they did puja once a year. But there was some danger of the deity being stolen. It often happens around here. We know at Hariharshetra also, the deity was stolen there for some time. The deity was kept in the police station for a long time before we could get it back and reinstall it. So they brought the deity here and they made this construction. The local people themselves made this construction, and they have the deity worship 3 times. The carrier, the Vahan. Hamsa and then Vahan. That's one carrier. And here is the wing, one wing of the swan. And you'll see on the other side also, here, that point, there's also the wing of the swan. And here is Lord Shiva, is the head of Lord Shiva. It's the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. And 2 hands are folded across the chest. Parvati Devi is here, just on the side here. Hare Krishna. Just to remind everyone, Lord Shiva is Ashutosh, very easy to please. So everyone can make a request. Remember, it should be a spiritual request, and ask Lord Shiva for his blessings. Lord Shiva is very powerful. He can fulfill our desires. We pray that you will all desire a nice Krishna conscious blessing from Lord Shiva. Take advantage of this very precious opportunity in the darshan of Lord Shiva and with Hamsa Vahan, that we can request Lord Shiva kindly fulfill our desires for Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna。
Krishna
现在请大家供奉您的灯。
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
然后替大家给汉萨巴汉的神像沐浴。
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna.
In Sri Navadip Dham,
在水
all
南
of
部
the
上
holy tirthas
所有
and
的
holy
神圣的
rivers
街塔，还有
manifest.
所有的圣河
And
都
here
展示
in
在这
Madam
里。
Deep, we
在
have
Madhya Deep
confluence of 5 rivers.
有
Could
5
you
条
could you
河
give
流
us
的
some
汇
detail
合
on that, Maharaj?
马二姐能不能给我们多一点细节？
Yeah, well, Ganga is a very great river. It comes a very long way. There's 5 rivers here. You've got Bhagirathi, the Ganga, and then you've got Mundakini, you've got Saraswati, the Alakanangi, and also Jamuna. Yeah, of course, Jamuna. So, 5 rivers. Take a bath there and never take birth again in the material
那就永远不会
world.
在物
That's
质
the
世界
benefit.
出生了。
there's a saying, never go to that place where you have no friend,
永远不要去
or
那
where
个
there
地
is
方，
no
那个
temple,
地方没有
or
朋
where
友，
there is
没有
no
庙，
river.
或者是没有河。
Rivers are very important,
河是非常重要的，
especially here in
尤
India,
其是在印度这
especially in
里，
Bengal.
尤其
So
是在孟
fortunate
加拉，
you have the
我们
best
太
of
幸
rivers,
运了，
the Ganga.
有最好的河流，
And the
恒
Ganga,
河。
not only the
而
Ganga, but
恒
you've
河
got
不
these
仅
other
仅是
rivers
恒
also
河，然后
mixing
还
there
有
with
和
them.
其他的
So
河
water is
汇流
very
在一
powerful.
起，因此这个
So
水是
Chaitanya
非常圣洁、
Mahaprabhu
非常有力量的。
appeared here in
所以
Mayapur
参加马哈
Dam.
瀑布就
He
显
could
示在
enjoy,
这
he
里
spent
马尔普
24
堂。
years, first 24
他
years
在
of his
他生命
manifest
中的头
pastimes
24年里，
bathing in the water, the holy water of the Ganga,
每天都会在
and
恒河的圣水之中，
sporting with his associates, his
而且
devotees
他
there,
的同游奉献者们一起打水
and
仗。
taking advantage of the holy river,
我们
the
好好的
holy
用
river which
圣
comes
河
from
给我们带来的
the
条件。
lotus feet of Lord
因
Vamanadev,
为
right?
圣
It's an
河是来
Abhishek
自
water.
主挖们的这个，相当于是阿必须随从入的。
देवी सुरेश्वरि भगवति गङ्गे त्रिभुवनतारिणि तरलतरङ्गे शङ्करमौलिविहारिणि विमले मम मतिरास्तां तव पदकमले भागीरथि सुखदायिनि मादा तव जलमहिमा निगमे ख्यादा नाहं जाने तव महिमानं पाहि कृपामयि माम ज्ञानम् हरिपदपाद्यतरङ्गिणि गङ्गे हिमविदुमुक्ता धवलतरङ्गे दूरीकुरु मम दुष्कृति भारं कुरु कृपया
We thank His Holiness Bhakti
我们要非
Vigna
常的感
Vinasha
激
Narasingha
感激
Maharaj
圣座
for
巴斯
accompanying
纳
us
夏拿西和马
throughout
哈
the
带
island
我
of
们
Madhyam Deep,
绕
the
拜马月
island
这
of
岛，
remembrance,
也就
and
是
for
纪
sharing
念的
with
岛
us
屿。
such nice
并且
realizations
跟我们
on his
讲
own
了这么
experiences
好的
of
觉悟，
Navadip Dham Prikrama and
关于
residence
拿
in
对
Sridham
当巴里伽
Mayapur.
马，还有关于
And we
上马
ask
普。
Maharaj to kindly bless our
我们请求
Parikrama
马哈
participants
来
that they can
祝
complete
福
their
我们
Parikrama
的
and
参
their
与者，
spiritual
他们
desires
可
for
以
serving
好
Mahaprabhu
好的
and
完成
Srila
他们
Prabhupada
的
are
巴里
fulfilled.
伽马，并
Jai.
且呢能够满足
Srila
他们的
Prabhupada
灵性
ki.
愿望。
Navadvip Mandal Parikrama ki.
在
Gaur Premanande.
Tomorrow we'll be journeying to the island of Kola Deep.
明天
We
我
look
们要
forward
去
to your
Kola Deep
association then.
我们期待着在那里再次得到大家的联谊。
व्रजे प्रसिद्धं नवनीतचोरं व्रजे प्रसिद्धं नवनीतचोरं गोपाङ्गनानां चतुकुलचोरं गोपाङ्गनानां चतुकुलचोरम् अनेक जन्मार्जित पाप चोरम अनेक जन्मार्जित पाप चोरम चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि श्रीराधिकाया हृदयस्य चोरं